Welcome to another edition of Plug-in Police. Today we're going to have a look at the Modelix Eon Arp synthesizer, synthesizer arpeggiator, more a chord-based arpeggiator to create yourself chords. I love the synthwave teaming going on over here. The actual interface of the thing is a little bit of a monstrosity / work of art. I like their retro and their synthwave kind of thing they're going with, but the way it's all laid out and all in a very small screen is not really the best. But we're just gonna go through a bunch of presets of it. It's the Eon arpeggiator by Modelix. So there you go. By the way, for a short period of time, you can get the bit fuzzer for free. So anybody interested, you can get this distortion saturation bit crush effects unit in one for free. Normally $29. So anybody interested, the bit fuzzer, check my my video, the video before this one, if you want some more information about it and see it in action. So, but here we go. This is the Eon Arp. Can we resize this? Yes, we can resize it, thank God, you know. So it's this monstrosity / work of art over here. It's an arpeggiator with chords, so how this works, you have here your steps, so it's also like an arpeggiator sort of in a sequencer kind of form, if I understand it well. I'm going to be honest with you, I've only played around with this one time when I got it, and I've actually never really used it. But it's a very interesting, well, what is it? It has a synth in it also, so it's a little bit strange. It's like a synth sequencer arpeggiator, chord-based. Let's turn on the synth. So up here you have your BPMs. You have you can go from half to a quarter to 1/8. Then you have a swing button over here. Then you have here your presets, your general presets, and a BPM. Then here you have your patterns, which you can change, and you can yourself, of course, here take away and alter all of this. So you get the steps over here. How many steps? You have snap on the grid. Then you have, let me see, how many is this? 32. So these ones are also steps, exactly. Then down here you have chords. So this is the part of your chords over here. Here is synth on and off. Then here are your other presets. So there's general presets here, and then there's here synth presets. Now you can change the filters, the amp and the delay settings over here. If you click on this button, then you turn it off. Then you have just normally your square wave. You can select your different kinds of presets for square waves and arpeggiators and sawtooths, all that kind of stuff with some extra stuff on it. Then you have oscillator 2. You can also, so there's 2 oscillators over here. You can also just here change the wave shape, the waveforms. Then we have level for each oscillator, then how many octave up and down. It goes maximum 3 up and 3 down octave per oscillator. Then we have an amount, unison button, a sub button over here. And then octaves are also here, 3 up and 3 down. I think this is more like, let me see. Yeah, I think this is sort of more like the sub frequencies over here. Then you have here, in the chords, you have octave up and down, 6 max. -1 over here. I don't know how far that goes up and down. It doesn't show here when you click on it. Then you can transpose. You can go keys and octaves up or down, whatever you feel like. An input button, external or valve. Then retrigger on and off, and the Q value going from 132 to 424 and everything in between. So let's just check out what we can do with this thing. You can just sort of go up in chords over here, and some of the progressions are a little bit different also. Let's check out something else. So here you can change different cartoons. So here it just starts also taking away stuff. Yeah. So there you go. The idea is sort of that you draw stuff and create yourself like let's go through the sync settings. Okay. It's quite interesting tool actually. So it's quite an interesting tool actually, this. I'm not gonna go here through all the settings over here. You can change still the 4 chords gravity, 4 chords MERPs. Kind of laggy changing here from sequences. Takes a good second to jump from one to the other, you know. So to use this in live or something, you have to then pre-program it or something. Kind of laggy. Push, and it's literally half a second to a second later. It's strange, not always. Sometimes it's almost immediately, and sometimes it's like a quarter of a second later, and sometimes almost like a second later. So there's like some strange delay when you change these patterns. So you can just load the MIDI file, so you can just throw yourself a MIDI file in there. Let's just do that. We throw in Miss by... Why do I have this in MIDI? That's interesting. I'm just gonna scroll still a little bit through these presets. So there you go. Going through some presets still. So we have a saw-2, a saw wave over here, and then it's a proppet. It must be kind of preset from a proppet synth imitation. So there's tons and tons of presets in here. Another bunch of presets of the synths. Okay, and there we came already to the end of all the presets, the general presets, and then the synths. I think we had them all more or less all. There's actually a lot more synths, different kind of synth settings in here. So, but there you go. The Eon Arp, what I think of this? Well, that depends on what you're making. For me, this, for example, not really a tool that I would be so wanting to use or have a use for. Let me say it like that, a little bit more like that. Depends on what you make, but this is a very interesting synthesizer arpeggiator, chord-based arpeggiator manipulation tool. Which is actually really nice if you want to make some retro kinds of a sound, like you want to imitate tracker music and stuff like that. An old 8-bit sounds and stuff, you can very easy get out of this. Also with all the teaming, it's also like, I think, very synth wave kind of plug-in tool. So for me personal, I don't have too much use for this tool, but I'm not saying that because of that it's a bad tool. It's actually a fantastic thing, even for yourself to create some new chords and melodies, and just basically also what I'm saying. If you want to make like some synthwave or some old 8-bit tracker kind of music, then you can get this really easy done with this. And the possibilities are endless over here with the chords and with the amount of different synths you can put on it, and of course the way you can change the patterns, change the steps of the patterns. So yeah, really nice. I have only one remark about it to say. First of all, I'd like to know if I see here that I can import MIDI settings. But what I would like to do is, what I would like to know is, can you also, when you have made here an arpeggiator set, you can export this as a MIDI file? That would be really nice. I'm not really seeing that over here. Maybe I'm just not looking well, but I'm not seeing here how you can. I see how you can draw. That I'll understand, and how you can import, but I'm not seeing any way to export this. So maybe I'm looking in the wrong side. I don't know. That would be really nice, you know, if you could also export this. Yeah, cool thing for retro stuff and synthwave and 8-bit tracker kind of stuff. And you can then import your MIDI sets. What I would like to see in this thing is if you make this set that you could export it also as a MIDI file and import it and integrate it in your DAW. That would be really clear. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Maybe I'm not doing it right. I don't know. But that would be the only thing I think that would be really cool of this thing. So yeah, depends on what kind of music you make. But for some applications, this is very useful. So there you go. That's the Eon Arp by Modelix. That is 29 euros in this moment. Sometimes you can pick it up for free, where I did. Yeah, I think it's a nice synth, arpeggiator chord tool. Interesting the way it works. Me, myself, I don't have too much use for this, but I can see many people having a very good use for this tool. So there you go. Until the next time, stay safe, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.